Hey Manoj, and thanks for participating in the Brewer Golf Academy. We worked on a couple key things. One was had addressed getting you to square up a little bit more. You were kind of dragging that right foot back in comparison to where the rest of your body was aimed. So scoring up the lower body to go along with your feet, knees, and hips and shoulders will certainly make it easier for you to get into proper alignment. The other thing I talked to you about is ball position, just a little more forward. You have it played appreciably back in your stance, and so ideally we'd like to see you get it a little past sternum position, so about, that sternum right there, slightly forward of that, so between 2 and 3 inches off the inside of your left heel. That's going to give you a good ability to square the club up on the ball and have you hit the ball first and make the low point of your swing in front of the strike. So low point of the swing in front of the strike is one of the things we worked on. Starting with your move away. Your move away is initially done with the hands and the club head, and you're taking the club a little bit too far underneath your swing plane and having to kind of reroute it with a cupped left wrist at the top. Ideally, I'd like to see you feel like the handle of the club moves more towards your thighs and keeping the club head out in front of you. And if you felt like you turned away a little bit more from something that's close to your center of your spine, so like right off of your shoulder blade right here, feel like you rotate that towards your spine. That will assist you in getting everything moving away together. Right now, you got a lot of gap in your arms going away. I'd like to see that tidied up by you feeling like the handle moves towards your thigh and you turn your shoulder blades back towards your spine, especially your right shoulder blade back towards your spine. I think that will certainly help you get a better pivot, a little more consistent move away, because currently the hands and arms are falling and laying off a little bit, and it's getting your shoulders to move a little bit too flat and around and not staying on a 90-degree angle to your turn. So that would be goal number one. You got good hand-eye coordination, so you do a great job of getting that club delivered down and through the shot. Your tendency is to kind of swing up on it a little bit, and you can see how low that right shoulder is getting, how high the left is getting through the strike, which is going to cause you to kind of swing up on it and maybe even bottom out a little bit behind the ball, kind of like what we're seeing right there. So, and at this point, it's hard for you to turn through, so you kind of get stuck and throw underneath it, not getting that best rotation. So I had you do several different drills. One of them was with your upper arms and feeling like you used more upper arms and body pivot to deliver down and through the shot. A plant to the left heel and then absolutely turn through the shot with your obliques, with your upper arms, and that would keep the club in front of you a little bit better instead of kind of getting that swinging up flippy look like you have right now. So I gave you the split grip drill, or what I call the hockey stick drill. So that will allow you to keep a flat left wrist and feel the sensation of, if you want to swing forward, you got to turn forward. You can't just let the club head pass the handle. And so those are good drills, good feelings that when rehearsed will certainly start to begin to create that new formed habit and make it much more automatic next time you get on the golf course. Until next time, happy golfing. I want to talk to you about the difference between swinging with your upper arm versus your lower arm. And the tendency that most of us get is we tend to try to hit it with our hands and our forearms coming down and through. And when we do that, we get tight. When we get tight, it really restricts the club from swinging. You're not going to be able to get your acceleration. The other thing that tends to happen is it causes the club to swing off its plane and me to come out of my posture position. So what do I want to feel? Well, on the backswing, you certainly want to feel that your supinator on your right is helping you swing the club head back, which is your forearm.
That'll help you get onto point. On your forward motion, instead of it being the forearms and hands working, they should be as soft as can be. It's really the upper arms that are working. So what does that feel like? Well, if I just take my forearms out of it and I move down and through like this with my upper arms, you notice that as I am moving my upper arms, it brings my body pivot along with it. It allows me to stay in my posture and release through. So what's different from that than your shoulders? Well, the shoulders, if they just start to move, the tendency would be to move and lunge forward. So I would prefer to feel like my upper arms, which if I just take the club and I put it up in front of me like this, and I start to feel into my downswing being with my upper arms, it allows for me to be able to let the club swing and follow the arms. The arms are going to be moving around my body and allow me to stay in my posture. That's going to give me my best strike, and it's going to allow my lower arms to feel relaxed so that they can have natural speed working for them instead of trying to use tension. That allows me to stay in my posture and make a really good strike like that. So practice this feeling of your upper arms leading the forward motion. It's going to help you stay in your posture and accelerate the club without tension. So until next time, happy golfing.